Hey guys, it's RebelQueen. Okay, I'm sorry that I don't have the DC League of Super Pets or the Paws of Fury Legend of Hank review for you. Uh, no work excuse, just when busy personal life. So, sorry about that, guys. Well, that and also just too hot to really go out and do stuff. I mean, me and Albie, I've told you, we live in Texas, and it's like hotter than you can imagine down here right now. So it's like, oh, it's kind of like, as much as I want to go see the movies, it's kind of like too hot. Even though it's like nice and AC controlled in the theaters, it's kind of like, no. Beauty, no. Sorry. Got a cat wanting to try and help with the video. But this is a movie review. Netflix dropped like a couple days ago on their streaming service one of their Netflix original movies called Day Shift. It stars Jamie Foxx, basically, and also as part of its crew is like Snoop Dogg and James Franco, who you may remember James Franco from the Now You See Me movies. I mean, Can You See Me? Oh, God. I'm sorry about the Can You See Me movies. Basically, the magician movies. But basically, Day Shift is basically a vampire hunter movie. And it doesn't really have a super big story, but so it's a lot of action, but it's good and funny. But so for those of you who've probably seen the trailer for it, you can kind of get the gist. Basically, Fox's character, he was part of this vampire hunter union, but he got kicked out because of some reckless behavior. But he needs to get more money for basically taking care of vampires, so he needs to go back to the Union. Now, Snoop Dogg's character, who is still part of the Union and has some pretty good pull, he manages to get Fox's character back in, but there are some restrictions. He's basically put on the day shift vampire hunters, which in the movie, according to their stuff, day shift vampire hunters don't really make much buck. Pretty much all the money action is on the night shift hunters. That and pretty much just one vampire union. If Fox's character breaks one vampire union hunter regulation, he's banned for life. So he pretty much has to ride with James Franco's character, who is a union representative, who will report him if he notices Fox's character breaking any regulations. Now, obviously, you know the saying, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. So, obviously, Franco's character does notice that he is breaking regulations, but when he learns why, when he goes like, look, just give me a couple days, and then you can report everything, and it kind of gets revealed why he really needs to make so much money so quickly. Franco's character is kind of like a little bit understanding, and he's kind of like, okay, I'll give you some leeway here. And as the movie kind of progresses, and as it kind of goes forward into stuff, kind of accumulating into the big climax, they do kind of bond, and it kind of gets into stuff. It's like, okay. Now, if you're kind of thinking Snoop Dogg's character plays more of a part than if you then we see, unfortunately, it's only really in that part where he gets Fox's character back in, and like towards the end, that we really see Snoop Dogg's character. So it's like he only has like a really short stint in the movie. So if you're going to watch this just for the fact like, oh, Snoop Dogg's in the movie, he doesn't really have a big part. And you're really going to mainly want to watch this for the fact it's like, oh, a lot of vampire killing action. Because really the fight scenes, and then there's a big chase scene and all that, it's like, it's all really well done choreography. So it's like, I enjoyed it. But then again, that might be just me, because it's like, I kind of, if I wouldn't say it's an A movie, I'd say maybe it's one of those B movies that you'd kind of go, I don't have any, there's really nothing else good on. This is at least good for a chuckle and some good action scenes. Because, not that, especially considering, not that I'm saying that, considering they do have some good actors in this, that it would be anything less. Because overall, like I said, overall it was a pretty good movie. And because like, I think I will find myself going back and rewatching it. Because like I said, it has good fight choreography, and like just like for the in the one trailer for it, Franco's character's like, oh man, I pissed myself. That was from like when he in the movie, from like his first vampire encounter, and Fox's character's like, don't worry, that happens to everybody on their first time out. And he's like, and Franco's character's like, so you? And he's like, well, no, I didn't. Honestly, I was kind of cracking up at myself, because like, honestly, mostly anybody in that kind of situation would probably do the same thing. It would probably just take like, almost like somebody who's been in the service of our country or something not to have that same reaction. That or a psychopath. One or the other. Like I said, it's a Netflix original, so you can find it on Netflix. I would say at least an 8, because as much as fun as I had watching it, I kind of wish they had done a little bit more story-wise, because while it does have some story, it's not deep. Because it's just kind of like a really kind of like generic story, which I don't want to go into, because I don't want to spoil it too much for you, because it's like, all the stuff I've given you is basically kind of like, oh, the stuff we got from the trailer, because it's like, you guys know our policy. If we can help it, we don't give you spoilers, and if we can help it, we don't give you spoilers. If we don't go there unless we absolutely have to. But yeah, I'd say, so basically rating for this, I'd give it an 8, 8.5, mainly because it's like, I kind of would have liked to see them go a little bit heavier on story, maybe bump it up, but though the movie does go on for about 2 hours, so it's like because they, at least for a couple of the fight scenes, they really do pack it in there. But if you go and watch it, you'll see what I mean. Anyway, I'll got a second video for you guys coming up, but it is one thing you will probably not expect as a review from me. Or maybe not, considering some of the stuff you've heard me and Albion talk about on this channel. At least regarding myself.